Hi traders, Anthony here. I'm just taking a look at the pound Aussie on the 4-hour chart. Quite like what I'm seeing here. Okay, we had strong build up in here of long positions. So I'm always looking for liquidity. Where is liquidity on the chart? The market's going to look for it. We've got this move, say from here, this thin leg. Bigger players, they're going to take profit. So typically what does the market do? It'll trade back down through thin liquidity looking for liquidity. All right, so there's a massive build-up of stop losses and what have you under here. It trades back down looking for the point of origin from where it originated, or the range from where it originated here. Taps into it and trades off. Again, pull back down into resting liquidity under here. Now the question is, how far back? Well, we've got a couple of things going here. We've got this dip down here was pretty significant, and I would say that, you know, we could possibly, given the size of that, we could possibly see a shallow pullback. I mean, we could also see that, but you know, I'm thinking, you know, we could see the market rotate potentially. Right? So we just got to kind of weigh up the pros and cons and build our argument for our trade. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to interrupt this. This is a segment of footage that I took after while I was editing the video. So we're jumping ahead here, but this is the outcome at the moment. And the other thing I want to show you is our Telegram channel. This is the trade signal sent into the group in real time here. This is an invitation for you to join us, be involved and have access to real-time trade signals. We do Forex as well as crypto. So that was that. I just wanted to invite you into our group. So what we'll do now is we'll go back to where we left off. We're going to be looking at some more advanced trading techniques. Watch the video to the end because it's going to be a pretty in-depth tutorial on how to read the markets, how to look at trading volume, liquidity, and how to become a profitable trader basically. I'm looking to buy, and you know, we've traded back down into the mean here. Thing is though, like if you love your fibs, let's just do this. I like my yellow zone through here, so let's just mark that out, and I'm going to call that my buy zone. Buy zone, there it is. So I think my approach with this is going to be something around working out what my position size is, my overall position size, and splitting it up into 4. So what I might do is go in with a market buy around here, so I get my feet wet. If this is a shallow pullback and it rotates and we see momentum move here, at least I'm in. Okay, so I'll go in with a market buy here. Then I'm going to look at these levels and I'm going to layer in resting orders here. I'm going to place some limit orders right down into here in case this pulls right back. So that's plan of attack with that. Stop loss targets, well, let's just have a look. I'll grab a long position here, place it at this level. I would prefer to see this come back down, but in any case, you can see these light shaded areas here. This is trading volume. We've got this indicator on our chart that projects these levels across. So wherever you see the lightest shade, like this here for example, this is high volume through here. It's a volume profile, so to speak, and it's picking up historical data. See down here, this line, this is a weekly level. That's a weekly level. See how nicely this white shaded zone fills in that gap? So that's a big level of support right here. So we have these levels, okay? So you can see the shade here kind of gets a bit lighter through here. Stop loss under or in here. I mean, you could extend your stop loss a little bit further if you wanted to go out the other side of that potentially. You know, if you're going to go for a higher time frame like a daily, then go under this low here, and that's your level. I'm going to go for a 2 to 1 minimum, 1982, something like that. I'm always going to be looking to take 80% of my position out early as well. Have a look down here, see the average true range. We've got that on our indicator. it's showing me 4195. So if I grab the ruler over here, and let's just say we go in from this position, we go 17, something like that. Okay, we can see that 1 times the average true range is just under this candle here, over these tops, along these candles. So TP1 for me will be definitely just short of the ATR, 1 times the ATR. And I like to take 80% of my position right there. Once I've done that, I'll be looking to move my stop loss. I'll be trailing it. Okay guys, I just had a little break. I'm come back in now, and what we're going to do is I'm going to explain the indicators, show you how they work. So this will be a tutorial from here on. Based on this trade, I'll be pointing out a few things to show you what we have here. So what I'll do, I'll just clear some of this. First up, let's talk support and resistance. Have a look at this shaded zone, or these shaded areas down here. I'll explain what that is. First up, we'll turn off this. So this is coming off this indicator, the trend bars. Now if you go in here, go to inputs, come down here. This is accumulation and distribution levels. If we take this out, these are ranges where bigger players were accumulating or distributing. So let's just bump that up, and I'll show you how significant this is. Alright, and then we've got this midline that runs through here, this blue line. I've taken off the extended version, so we've just got these boxes, as you see, running back here on the 4-hour chart. So what you get, like with this move here, you get this range at the bottom of the impulse leg, where this is significant level where bigger players were accumulating, and then we get the move. So we've mapped these out up here, distribution. All right, so we can call this support and resistance. So when we go back in time, see this box and this box here? All right, big level of support through here. Market's trading right down into it. So we can extend these boxes across, and there's a support zone right there. Coming back, we've got this range right through here actually, where this big move here originated, and we have an accumulation. Now, the thing with this, let me just take that out. If we go into the indicator, we can actually increase or decrease the sensitivity, and we can choose to have it drawing. Let me just open this up and I'll show you what I mean. The open and close of the candle, see the open and the close of this candle here, or it'll take the high and the low of the candle. See how that changed? The high and the low of the candle prior to this big move. I'm okay with it going the candle body. And then what we can do is we can extend this historical data right through. And then we have these levels. Now that's a bit bright, so what we do is we can come down in here and just pull this shade way back, like right back down in here, because the thing that I'm wanting is where we have these levels overlapping, and I'll take that out. Where we have these levels overlapping, we're going to see lighter and darker shaded areas. See the chart? So what I might do now is just increase it slightly till I get a happy medium and it doesn't interfere too much. That's kind of okay. I like that. So then what you can do, if you like that, you can set this as the default. Go down here and you can save as default. I'm happy to do that. I've got level sensitivity 3, and I'm good with that. The other thing that we have here on this indicator is divergent signals. I quite like the stochastic, the MACD, and I might grab the CCI as well. That's going to be similar to the RSI, and then we have these others. Alright, so I might make that my default, save as default. So when you save as default, if we do that, yeah, see now we have these divergence lines on the chart. So support and resistance. So what we have here, we have a bit of a price gap running through here. There's no real significant apart from this level up here really, and it didn't mark that out. We could probably pick that up if we selected level 2. That's going to increase the sensitivity. So we use these levels to see where there's more volume traded. And if there's a lot of volume trading in a certain level, that's going to most likely act as support and resistance. See down here, for example, and down here, big level through here. So it gives you a degree of business that's been done at the level, if you will. So if I'm looking for support, you can see through here, and then there's a bit of a price gap, and then we get another level down here. a little bit of a shade above here, but I'm looking for these key levels, and it kind of makes sense, right? We've got this and we have that, but not only this, it goes back further, you can see, and it picks up the fact that, you know, there's been business done through here before, and it'll make it a heavier line or a heavier shade. So that's an excellent tool to have on your chart. Absolutely it is. Then we have the trend channel, brings in a whole lot more information. The trend channel will bring in these levels now. We've got little lines here, you see. This is the golden line is the weekly, the yellow line's the daily, and these are pivots where the market has pivoted on these time frames. A weekly here and a weekly here. Down here we have a monthly. So you want to take note of these levels when you're organizing your trades. You want to be trading into a gap. This looks perfect. You don't want to be trading into congestion. So this is going to take us to the next level with this whole system here. If we go down to our lower time frame, and I want to explain how the lower time frame, the 5-minute chart, works. So we have our higher time frame here. If you see an opportunity on the lower time frame, what you can do is you can come in and you can nail a couple of these historical levels back here, like this daily on the higher time frame, and you want to map out your level D for daily, yellow line. You want to map out the chart so you've got the levels on here. There's a daily down here. Okay, so yellow, we know the yellow dots are going to be a daily around the price here. So at quick glance we can see where there's more of a shaded zone. We can see our big levels here. This is a daily down here, this is a weekly level, and you'd be surprised how well they coincide with everything. And if you select drawings and you're on the 4-hour chart, that's going to reflect onto the lower time frame. Let's say, for example, you see an opportunity on the lower time frame. Come into the high time frame and just check your levels, like grab that, just pull it across. You can see a shaded zone there. I'm just going to, you know, and call it resistance, support and resistance. Eh? There it is, resistance. Call your levels, pull your levels across on the higher time frame. There's a big level of support under here, right there. So we can pull that through and you map it out. So let's say we see the opportunity on the 5-minute chart. Come in on the higher time frame here and map out some of these levels to start with. So we're planning our trade now. We'll call this one support. Just where the price is, okay, up here, and we can see. Here's something that you need to understand. With the signals, we're trading, like on the 5-minute chart, we're looking for the setup where we get a green triangle, for example, preceded by the same break into the cloud, break out of the cloud. And we're looking for the pullback into the mean. Well, on the 5-minute chart, be aware that, let's say, for example, we see an opportunity and the higher time frame tells us it's bullish. Okay, we can see this as a bullish trend on the higher time frame here. It's pretty obvious. But what's going to happen on the lower time frame? Let's just say, for example, this is our, in fact, I want to explain this because we're taking signals on the 5-minute chart and some people are getting a little bit confused. So here's the thing. I'll draw you a thing over here and we'll explain this. Let's grab this 5-wave thing here. Let's say, for example, we've got this picture perfect trend, okay? There it is. And this is on the higher time frame. And let's say we could see that the trajectory is bullish. We're heading in that direction. But you're going to have these fluctuations here. You're going to have these pullbacks. So what you're going to see on the 5-minute chart is going to be this. We'll start it here. Okay? That's what's going to happen. On the higher time frame it's bullish, but you're going to be up and down on the lower time frame. So keep that in mind. It's really important. Now, when we go down to our 5-minute chart, for example, I want to show you something. What we've done, we've identified an opportunity on the higher time frame. We're going to go long, but look what's happening on the lower time frame. This is the 5-minute chart. There we go. We got a short. So you might want to consider, if this is bullish on the higher time frame, do we only look for bullish opportunities here? And realize that some of them might be short-lived. For example, here, where it's rolling over here and trading south. Okay, this is a 5-minute chart. So what you're going to have to do with the 5-minute chart is just be mindful of the volatility. That's what I'm trying to get at, the volatility. We've got our levels here from the higher time frame, but look at the volatility. See, it's all over the shop. And you've got to be really careful because this can switch and turn in any direction easily. So this is why, like, if we're going to be trading on the 5-minute chart, we can navigate the volatility pretty well. We'll find we'll get a I don't know, an 8 out of 10 on average of these signals working out well for us. All right, it's a higher time frame bullish trade, but look at this down here. So you're just going to have to get your perspective on the higher time frame, and where is it on the higher time, and there's so much to think about, like, where are we trading into a gap or are we trading into congestion? So here we have a bullish signal, but we're trading into this big level here. You know, like, if we see an opportunity on the lower time frame, what are we trading into? That's why I like these indicators, because we've got trading volume. This is a high up here, and there's probably going to be a bit of a gap above this. You want to be a bit careful. Let's just go out and nail this on the high time frame and come back with this concept in mind and see what it looks like on the lower time. See, we don't see any shaded area up here because it's thin. There's no liquidity prior. So you want to be mindful of that, right? So we do have like a price gap. We're looking for the opportunity long. Okay, here's the thing here, like, this is the box. On the lower time frame, we got a buy signal here. But when you come in on the higher time frame, what's going on? Okay, we've got a break of this high previous. Be careful. Look how overextended that is. It makes sense that if we retest a high like this, that this could roll over here. So we're going to have to be a lot more mindful of what we're trading into. So make sure you come back out. Like, you see the signal on the 5-minute, that's fine, because the 5 minutes going to give you amazing opportunities. It'll give you this, and it'll get you in down there. That's the beauty of trading the 5-minute chart. But you have to have higher time frame perspective. In fact, see this shaded zone here from before, historical data here. Look what we're trading into here, and we get a buy signal here. We can actually see on this chart that we've got a price gap above it. If we bump up the color on this a little bit, because we don't want to overwhelm the chart, we'll go with this one. Let's just take this out. Look at this. See, this is just fantastic, guys. We have got the cream of the crop in our indicators here in terms of the data that we're getting. Look at that. Okay, on the lower time frame, let's just say we're down here and we see the green signals on the 5-minute. We could even, let's just go back and have a look. Okay, it's sort of around where these two lines are. We'll check it out. What am I doing? Hang on. I don't like big thick lines. Let's drop that back, and I'll just grab this bottom there. We'll see that on the lower time frame. See what we have on the higher time frame. We've traded down, and look at this. See this shaded area here? Right through here. We can see it. This is big volume. This is historical data going all the way back here. All right, we're trading into a big support level. Look up here. See the shaded area? Look at that. Support. We can see the shaded area up here. It's trading into. It's a little bit thin, but we can see it. So, you know, it's relative to how much volume's been traded through that level. We'll go down to our lower time frame and we'll have a look at that. So what you want to be looking at is, like, you don't want to be shorting, selling into a big level like this. You want to be trading into a gap. You know, if there would have been a signal here to short this, coming out of this level, trading down through this gap. So we're looking to trade through these gaps. All right, so we'll come down into the lower time frame. We'll check that out. 5-minute chart. Let's just pull it back and see where that was. Well, we can't miss it. It's too big, white, yellow. I'll scrunch it up and here we go. There we go. There it is here. Those lines that we've got shaded on the 4-hour may or may not shade on here, because the 4-hour is picking up more historical data. So what you do is you mark it out on the 4-hour so you can see it on the lower time frame. And here's the setup. Look, see, we have this rounded trades up, but we have this rounded bottom here, this base, this rounded base. And you've got a lot of opportunities going on here. So let's just see what that opportunity was. And then we would have been in at that level. So let's just grab this, extend, bump up the colors a bit. See, we might be going back too far for this. It only looks back a certain distance, but we've got it on the 4-hour chart. So it's not picking it up back here. All right, there's a limit to how many bars or candles back this looks. So what we have to do, like if we see, let's say this was the, see we've got the signal here, for example. And what are we ignoring? We're ignoring that because it's preceded by that. We're ignoring that because it's trading into the cloud. This is where we see the setup, right? We're ignoring that because it's preceded. Okay, there's the green. We're ignoring that because it's preceded by that. Okay, so this is all just choppy. But that's the signal we want. I want to go out quickly, go to the 4-hour, and we're going to see the shade on the 4-hour, which we don't get on a small time frame. So what we do here on the 4-hour, let's just say this is where we're trading, we mark that out. We just grab a rectangle, we pull it through the shade, we grab this shaded area, and we can just label that support. Okay, we've got that on the high time frame. So when we go down to the lower time frame, we open that up. See? So this is this green shaded area that's coming off the 4-hour chart. It's coming off our accumulation distribution levels from the 4-hour. So make sure that you mark out your areas of support and resistance from the higher time frame whenever you see an opportunity on the lower time frame. There it is. So you know, when this trades down, we know way back here that this is a big level. Way back here. See, now there's an opportunity. But this is lower time frame. It's going to be, you know, we're trading the volatility here. Understand that it's going to be up and down and all over the shop, and be prepared. So this is why I go for pull back into the mean, take 80% early, because it's going to fluctuate. If you're overwhelmed with this, don't worry. Just watch every video I put out and just keep doing this. And what will happen is it'll just sink in, and you'll start to see it. Simple as that. I've taken out my big level. Okay, no worries. We know where it is. It's here. This signal here. This is the one that gets you into this big trade here. You know, and then we've got that. This is magic, guy. It just does not get any better than this. I can tell you now. You know, and then you get in early. So this is where these opportunities get you in. So we've got the entry on the pullback was here. Stop losses under the cloud. So when this starts to move, and we wait for the inner cloud to show, and then this is when we trail the stop loss here for now, and then we pull the stop loss up when we see that, and then we trail this. We just pull our stop loss slightly out from this inner cloud here, and we trail it up. Alright, so you would have been taken out here, and that's fine. And your stop loss is well and truly, given that was your entry, you're well and truly ahead. You've taken 80%. You know, so we're just working all of this. We're working, like on the higher time frame, what we have is impulse leg, correction, impulse leg, you know, retrace. We're getting in on that as well as that. On the 5-minute chart, we're getting all of this. So anyway, guys, we'll come back to the current price level. Now you can see this is trading down, and we do have a valid sell signal above it. Are we going to take this trade? No, because we're trading into a big level of support. I'll wrap it up at that. We'll be continuing on with the videos daily. Go to my website. There's a pricing page. This is what you get. Jump on board with me, guys. Give it a 7-day trial. It's only $29.95 a month with the 6 monthly option. This is ridiculously good value. You get the indicators, tutorials, VIP, Telegram. Give it a shot. Try it for 7 days. At absolutely no risk to you whatsoever. So with that, I hope you have a fantastic day. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube. Give me a thumbs up to help the algos. And I'll see you in the next video.